Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. This morning I wanted to talk about two Dooney and Bourke bags. I'm excited to talk about these two bags. So I have these two lovely bags right here, and I recently picked them up at the Dooney and Bourke outlet. One is the Dooney and Bourke Nano satchel, and the other is the Dooney and Bourke Micro satchel. So I have these two lovely beauties right here, and this morning, today, I wanted to talk about them. It took me a while to talk about them since I picked them up from the outlet, just because I brought them home. I wanted to use them for a while and then come back and talk about them. I've really been enjoying these two handbags and rocking them and wearing them. So I guess the first one that I'm going to talk about is my Nano right here. So first of all, let me say that I always wanted a Nano. I didn't know what color I was going to get her in. You know me, I always thought I was going to get a red Nano. But when I went to the outlet, this was the color that was in stock at the time at the outlet. And I do have somewhere over here. I do have, is it in here? Okay, back here behind me. I do have a small Florentine satchel, and at first I thought, okay, I don't need another Florentine satchel, but it's a different size, okay? It's a different size. It's the tiny Nano, and I mean, I just fell in love with her when I was at the outlet. She looks so good in this size. The natural color for Dooney and Bourke looks so good on the Nano. I just absolutely love her. Really pretty bag, and she's super small. And then I picked up the Micro. So I picked up the Micro satchel. Once again, I thought to myself, okay, what color should I get the Micro in? Now, there was a little bit of a dilemma at the outlet when I was picking up this bag, because I was thinking, okay, they had the Ivy satchel. This is the lovely Ivy. They did have it in the large, and the large was beautiful as well. But then I started thinking to myself, I have a lot of large satchels already, and I actually have the denim. So I have the denim, and I started thinking to myself, I have the denim in large. I started thinking that that color is so close. The denim is so close to the Ivy. And I was like, I don't need to have a denim large and an Ivy large. So I started thinking to myself, get another size and open your horizons, and, you know, be open. I wanted to be open to new sizes. And I just thought that the Micro was, I don't have a Micro. And the only other color that I thought about getting her in would probably be elephant. And they did have elephant at the outlet. They had an elephant large satchel. But once again, I was like, okay, how many times are you gonna get large? Do something different. So I went with the Micro, and I'm so happy to have the variety in my collection. I love this size. It's so nice. I've worn these two satchels before, and I mean, they can hold a lot despite the small size. So this is what they both look like. Show you under the bottom. Both of them together right there. That's what they look like right there. And there is I measured them before the video, and I'll put measurements from the website somewhere here or here. Let's take a look at those measurements, here or here. However, my own personal measure, because you know, your measurements are gonna vary. They're not gonna be the exact same like on the website. So when I measured it, this one was 1 inch longer. The Micro was 1 inch longer than the Nano. So just a difference of 1 inch in length. The Nano is 1 inch shorter in length. So just a difference of 1 inch there in length. Now in width, there was a difference of 2 inches. So you can see she's a Micro, but she's a mighty Micro girl. She's 2 inches or 1.5 inches larger than the Nano. So you're gonna get a little bit more of a difference in the width right here. The Nano is of course, it's a small bag. It's so cute. Some of them, I don't know, they look really tiny. Mine doesn't really look that tiny to me. It still looks like a pretty good size bag, but it is a Nano. And she's so stinking cute. She's so adorably cute to look at. But I just wanted to come on camera and talk about the colors. The reason I went with the Ivy and the Micro was because I felt like, okay, I have the, let's take a look at her. Let me take this off so you can really see the color. Let's take this butterfly charm off. But the reason I went with the Micro and Ivy is because I felt like it's so close to me in color with the denim. You know, I would have had a large in denim and a large in Ivy, and I just said, I mean, that's possible, but I just thought it's kind of close in color. Let me get something a little bit different. So I ended up going with the Ivy in the Micro, and I think it's so cute. I'm so happy with it. Let's go ahead and put the straps on these babies, on these girls, and check them out. With my two lovely girls right here, and I love wearing both of them crossbody, and both of the straps have the removable piece where if you want to make the short, if you don't want to use it as a crossbody and you just want to use it as a shoulder bag, you can remove that middle piece of the leather strap and shorten the strap. And here is the lovely interior. So she has her dust bag. And here is the lovely red interior in there. She does have interior slip pockets on both sides as well as the zip pocket. And she is lined, the lips of the bag is lined with the suede leather. So that's good because I know recently I ordered a Randy and the Randy is lined in red, but it didn't have the microfiber. It didn't have the suede leather lining like most of the satchels does. The Randy isn't a satchel, but still it's a Florentine bag and it has a red interior and it didn't have the leather lining, but this lovely girl does. And this bag, the leather on this bag, they become so slouchy and nice and pliable when you wear them out. And then this is the interior of my other lovely girl right here, the Micro. She as well, of course, they come with their dust covers for Dooney and Bourke. And this is the lovely red interior with the same setup as the Nano. So thank you so much, my lovely girls, for joining me for my Dooney and Bourke video on this lovely Micro as well as the Nano. Remember to like, comment, subscribe on my channel. Stick with me for more handbag videos as well as Dooney and Bourke. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Girlfriend, child, the color of this Ivy, baby. The color of this Ivy. Woo, child. So nice. So beautiful. That Ivy green. Woo.